Run it up, then run it back. Run it up, then run it back. Run it up, run it back. Run it up, then run it back.
Yo-yo is right. Good morning, everybody. This is Run It Back. There will never be a happier, more glorious episode of this show than today. Chandler P, Boogie Cousins, Lou Will. My name is Michelle Beadle, and I've been a San Antonio Spurs fan since the age of 12. This is happening, you guys. Welcome. Everybody having a good morning? Are we all in a good place?
Great morning, great morning.
Like that hoodie, Lou?
Yeah, where you at, Lou?
I'm in Philadelphia. Had some obligations, but I'll be back to y'all tomorrow.
Okay.
So here I am.
Your hair's all like, okay, you're all done up. I love everything about this. Guys,
I was TV ready.
You were TV ready. He was ready to go. We had a Game 7 over the weekend, and the good guys won, ladies and gentlemen. Spurs, Thunder. This is epic. Wemby and the guys dethroning the reigning champs. 111-103 is your final. The MVP of the Western Conference Finals, 22.7 rebounds. Julian Champagnie with 20 points, 6 of 10 from threes. SGA did everything he could. 35 points, 9 assists. Spurs on the three-point line were 17 of 40. The Thunder were 12 of 35. There's so many other stats we can get into and crazy things that have happened. But at the end of this broadcast, Mike Tirico said a new era has dawned, and it's Wemby's West now. He took down the defending champs. Two-time MVP happens to be on that team as well. And look, Boogie, I think people are expecting these two teams to be very familiar with each other over the next several years. Did you see enough to think, ruh-roh, this might be the start of something bad for everybody else?
I wouldn't say that. I do think, this matchup that we saw in the Western Conference Finals will be something that we should get used to. I think these are the two future teams of the West moving forward. Credit to the Spurs for advancing to their, these young fellas' first finals. But I do. I think this is the future of the West right now. I think it's two young teams that are only going to continue to get better. The fact that they're even at this point with so much youth on their roster lets you know how bright the future is for both of these, organizations. So I think both teams will see a lot of and have to get used to.
Yeah, as far as if it's Wemby's West or not, listen.
It just sounds good, though,
It was
doesn't it?
great. Like the fact that they did what they did, went on the road, Game 7, and knocked off the defending champs. It's unbelievable. But like Boogie just said, I think they could go back and forth the next 5-6 years. So is it his West? No, but I do think they're going to be there in contention, and the Oklahoma City are going to be just fine coming back with what they have.
Chet
fully healthy. So does Wemby. Fully healthy. Like, again, let's not forget either, A.J. Mitchell.
For sure.
Williams, those guys missed most of this season. Fully healthy, this could have looked quite differently. But the Spurs were great. The Spurs...
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we talking about a Thunder team that only won last year because Tyrese Halliburton was hurt? I don't want to hear it.
I'm just saying, listen.
I don't want to hear it.
The Spurs are a replica of this OKC team. They are literally a clone that have found ways to beat them and match up with them and have success against them with Wemby. So, again, credit to them. And these two teams aren't going anywhere for a really long time.
Talk to me, Lou. What'd you love? What'd you hate?
I like the fact. What I love is you getting all your shots out now that it's over because you've been a nervous wreck for the past 2 weeks. That's what I really love. I love that you're getting all of that out of your system. But, there's some truth in this. Wemby has entered the chat along with some of the other great young players in the Western Conference. And I agree with Chandler. I agree with Boogie. This is going to be a matchup we're going to see from years to come. I don't think OKC is going anywhere. I think for the first time in a couple of years that we've started to see that, they are a strong basketball team, but they need everybody for them to be successful. A.J. Mitchell, the way that he was playing, he was a big piece that was missing. Jay Will could never find his footing. And San Antonio did what they were supposed to do. Usually the successful team is going to be the team that can go in healthy, that can go in whole and get as much production as you can. De'Aaron Fox was the only person that was in the lineup. He found a way to give them valuable minutes in that Game 7. And they were able to get over the hump and start this journey to their first NBA championship. So you got to give a lot of credit where it's due. But this is the beginning of something special. This is the beginning of us creating new rivalries and creating new matchups that we would love to see for years to come. But congratulations to the San Antonio Spurs for taking care of business.
You know what's crazy? Remember before the season started, Wemby was like, yeah, we're like maybe the 6th seed, and people were like, you're crazy. That feels like 40 years ago.
Yeah, they're way ahead of schedule.
Like that is insane to me. After the game, he was asked what he's most excited about. Here's Wemby.
I'm most excited about feeling what I felt when that buzzer went off again and again and again, and even more. I'm really, it's, you work all these hours we put in. It's for these type of emotions. Like I want that, I want to win so bad. It's like my life depends on it.
I hope it doesn't depend on it. You're going to be, by the way, you're going to be fine, Wemby.
I'll be honest, fellas.
He's an emotional guy.
I really love to compete. I really love basketball.
Do you?
I never cared that much.
Yeah, we know.
I'm just saying, like, I wanted to win. You play to win.
I don't think you did. I don't think you did want to win.
No, I'm serious.
Clearly.
I've never heard a guy talk like this. Like, it's like, even the way he talked about Pop, how he has to talk to him. I have to see him. I'm just like, this dude is just different. Like, I get it. Everyone plays to win. You care. You losses should bother you more than wins make you. Like, I get that whole thing. No one's really just been so raw and emotional and uncut like this. It's amazing to see, especially at his age too, in his 3rd year, the jump that he's made, the jump that this franchise has now made again. Like, it really is just crazy to see him talk like this and care this much at such a young age.
I was bawling. But look, I get.
Did you cry?
Oh, I 100% cried. Like, absolutely. I went live on Instagram. I've never done that in my life.
I think I saw a clip of that.
I will say that he's 22 years old.
Live,
I went live.
Eating cupcakes.
Eating cupcakes and just tears. No makeup.
You even gave Luke Cornett a shout out.
I had to. There was a block from the heavens. I will say this. He is 22 years old, and we have talked about it before. He's also, this is a new generation. He's French. Like, European people are not taught to, well, I shouldn't say that because Germans are different. But, like, you're not taught to sort of keep your feelings in, just be. I kind of love it. At 22 years old, with the global expectations that he has, Boogie, like, these moments probably do feel like pressure cookers for him.
I'm pretty sure it does, and I think that's part of the emotion that we saw in that interview. But you just got to appreciate a young guy that cares about, being great, cares about his career, wants it right now. It's not, and, that was kind of an issue I had in my young career was, the patience part. But, the patience is working in his favor. So with all that being said, you got to appreciate a young guy that cares as much as he does. The emotion that he shows in every game, win or loss, all of those things matter. So, like I said, as far as him reaching his greatness, it's starting now, and you can tell this kid is really, really focused.
Yeah.
Were you gonna say something?
I need the Spurs to win because I just need to see how he acts at the parade. Like, does he get wasted? Does he pound beer or something?
I hope so. I hope so.
I need to see somebody get wasted.
I need to see how this kid reacts in the championship celebration.
That's a good point because they're very stoic, this group. So, like, who's going to be the rowdy one? Like,
he popping bottles with the monks.
Maybe.
Yeah. Like,
maybe.
And then what's his summer plans look like?
Oh, it's going to be.
Like, you just won the champ. Like, what's he going to do?
He's going to go right back to work. He's going to have like a week.
Yacht party in robes.
No chance. Sleep in books.
No, yeah, he's going to have a week of like, maybe I go to bed at 10:30 and then also just back to work.
I can't wait to find out.
Can't wait either. Lou, let me talk to you about the other players because obviously the word experience has been used, and rightfully so. It sort of has its history here. But is that out the window now? Because it wasn't just Wemby.
Yeah.
You saw all the other players step up, especially in Game 7.
Absolutely. You got to give all these guys credit. I think as much credit as we give Wemby, Stephon Castle was like the anchor to this thing to me, in my opinion. Like the toughness that you needed, the energy that you needed, somebody that was playing fearless, that just didn't care. Stephon Castle was that. And he's one of the younger guys on this team. Devin Vassell, out of that starting lineup, he's the oldest at 25, and he was 30. He was somebody that you needed. His availability and his value was what everything that this team needed. Champagnie, it felt like every time he shoots the basketball, it's gonna be a made basket. De'Aaron Fox, that veteran leadership that you need. All of these guys, young Harper coming off the bench, going in the starting lineup, whatever the job was called, whenever his number was called, he stepped up to the plate and he did what he was supposed to do. And I think that's why you see the emotion from Wemby. You know, as much talk is going on, as much expectation is happening around in this group, you like to see that validation. A lot of young guys didn't necessarily get it this young, at 22 years old, 21, 20. You don't get that validation that, hey, we're a good basketball team and we deserve to be here and we're good enough to put ourselves in that position. I think that's why you see so much emotion, because it's a great story for all of these young guys collectively, what they've been able to accomplish this far in their young careers.
Yeah, this was the experience. Like how much more experience can you get going to that hostile environment, Game 7 against the defending champs, the team that everybody picked as the favorite to win all this year, and you go on the road and do what you did? Like, this is the experience. So I don't know what else we even say about this team for the finals or going into next season, because they have kind of checked every box throughout this whole process that they've gone through, and it's just a matter of the big fella staying healthy and you know, keep continuing to groom these young guys and keep developing Castle and Dylan Harper. Like, their biggest decisions, what do they do with Dylan Harper? Like do they start him? Do they come like it's great? It's ridiculous, the situation they're in, but no more experience talk with this team.
Done.
Because they've had it. They already have had it now, and this just alone in this playoffs.
It's a good point. No matter what happens in this finals, like, we start next year with, like, they've arrived.
Absolutely.
We're not doing anymore.
This team has arrived, and I think it's beyond the court for them. I think the experience starts with the organization. Like, they know exactly what they're looking for in their personnel with each player that they bring into that organization. This is a very young, disciplined group. That's something that doesn't get talked about enough. Their discipline with being so young, that's something that isn't really shown until years later in the league when you do kind of gain that experience. But when it comes to that experience part, I actually think it kind of worked in reverse for them. And why I say that is they're so young and naive that it kind of cancels out the fear. You just go out there, you play freely, you play with no worry, kind of with that young mindset. You know, the more you know, you kind of, it shifts your mindset the more you know. So with them being so naive, I think it played in their favor to the point where they are very fearless on the court, and, you know, it showed.
Yeah.
Glorious. I'm just under 30 seconds left.
You're just cheesing.
I know, I feel stupid. Thunder down 6. They need a 3. I mean, it was weird, but
shoot it.
That's an open shot, and he stops. And I don't know if it's a Wemby problem. I don't know what we're looking at here, by the way, Chandler. Do they have a Wemby problem? Is that their thing?
I mean, I think everybody has a Wemby problem. I think he should have shot the ball, obviously. Looking back at it, that cuts the game to 3. I think he obviously tries.
Look at the recovery, though.
Yeah, like Wemby stunts at him. He gets back, almost blocks the shot. Like,
that recovery is crazy.
Like, that's a Wemby problem, but everyone's going to have to face that. I do think SGA, he was brilliant in this game. He proved why he's one of the best players in the MVP and why he's the MVP. Would I have liked to seen him take that shot season online? Sure, but again, like, it didn't come down to that one play.
I don't think it showed that the Thunder have a Wemby problem. I think the Thunder had a health problem.
Okay.
They're missing their second best player in Jalen Williams, and also A.J. Mitchell missing this part of the series as well. Didn't really help them, you know, in this series.
There's one guy on that team that might have a Wemby problem.
We're getting to that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously Chet didn't have the best series either. But,
I'd say.
You know, I wouldn't say it's a Wemby problem, even though he's a matchup for every team across the board. But them being unhealthy definitely played a part in this.
I'm like looking at you sideways, like, we're going to get to Chet right now. Lou, I'm going to start with you on Chet real quick, because everyone woke up today and just said 2 shots. Like, we're still talking about it. That's all he took. The last shot he took in this game was at the 9:40 mark of the first quarter. 1 for 2, 4 points.
Yeah. That was half his shots right there.
That was like the whole video. It was right there. I'm like, it's not one guy's fault, what have you, but he is hearing a lot today, if he even gets on the internet at all, which I would not if I was Chet Holmgren. Where are you putting the fault on this? Is he the #1 factor in why they lost this series?
You can give him some blame. You would like to see him be more aggressive, be more active, and just involved in everything that was going on. You know, I said it early on in this series. It's really not even about stats to me. It's just about making an impact on the game in a positive way and just being active and being there. I think both teams made their fair share of mistakes, but everybody at some point found some aggression in this series. At some point, somebody found something aggressive to do, whether it was on the defensive end, on the offensive end. Shit, Biyombo came in and found an aggressive play. Plumlee came in and found an aggressive play. Like, at some point, Chet just had to give them something that they can use in a positive fashion, and especially in a Game 7, you just hate to see him go out this way. Now, on a positive, I will say, sometimes this creates monsters. And when a guy gets embarrassed or he doesn't show up on a national and a global stage of this magnitude, they usually get back in the lab and they respond to it. Hopefully that's what the case is for Chet moving forward. But as far as this series go, he just wasn't there consistently enough where they needed him, especially like we just talked about with two of their main players being out and Chet name being in the conversation of the big three or the big two or wherever you want to put him in OKC's rankings of great players that they have. He should have been more available for them to be able to throw him the basketball and give them something. I don't like the fact that he didn't have double-digit rebounds last night. He had 2 nights ago. He had 4 rebounds, 2 shots. That just tells me you've checked out and you're not there or you're scared of something. I don't want to put scared on a guy's name because, that's a lot. I'll leave that up to the guys to do. But he just wasn't there. He wasn't good this series, and it cost him. Now, is it only his fault? I'm going to say no. SGA also said, I could have played better as well, but Chet got to take the brunt of a lot of this. 80%. When we start talking about creating young stars and meeting that moment, he was not there for those guys, and he didn't do the job. So you gotta blame him where it's necessary. I don't want to just.
Lou,
go
I'll
ahead,
do it. I'll do it, Lou.
Yeah, y'all do it.
Prediction. There is no monster being formed inside of Chet Holmgren. That is not how he's not
Don't
wired
do
that way.
Don't do that.
It's not coming. So
they agree with me. Hopefully
we can't do
something.
that.
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I think Chet is an unbelievable player. I think he had a great season. I don't think this moment was too big for him either. Last year in the playoffs and the finals, he was great. I do think there's some sort of mental block when it comes to Victor Wembanyama. I really do, Boog. I do. I think.
Do you get hypnotized? Like, what do you do?
No, I don't even think it's not like Space Jam. They come and take. No, it's just my second best player and my second All-Star is not taking 2 shots in Game 7. I agree. You don't play 33 minutes and take 2 shots. I'd rather live and die with going down with AJ Mitchell out and Wiggins out. I'd rather him be 0 for 15 than 1 for 0 for 2. You can't. It's inexcusable in the biggest moment of the season going. And they know in the back of their head, if we win this game, we're probably going to win the finals. This was the finals, in my opinion. I know they think that as well. You just got to be more aggressive. Like Lou said, just be more aggressive, more energy. The shots is a problem alone. There's no way my second best player is playing 33 minutes, taking 2 shots a game. Rebound, block shots, get the defensive rebound, start the break. He did none of that, which is weird because he's a hell of a player.
I agree with everything you're saying as far as his presence not being shown throughout this series at all. But at the same time, we got to remember this is a 23-year-old kid. He still has a lot of growing to do, and that's scary to say with what he's already accomplished in this league so far as being a champion this early in his career. But we can't ignore the fact that this is still a young kid. He's still learning this league. It's still a huge learning curve for him. Obviously, he had a very horrible series against, the Spurs and Wemby in that matchup. I think he does need to use this offseason to go work on certain things. Priority number 1 is his body. Go get 10 pounds of muscle on you. I think that helps you. 10. I think 10 helps. You look at the frame. You look at the frame of a Wemby. Chet's not far off from that. You go add 10 pounds of muscle to your frame. I think you get a better defensive presence from Chet. You don't see him getting bodied by Sheldon and getting pushed around by Vassell and things like that. I think that helps him moving forward in his career. But you can't ignore the fact that this is still a young kid learning. But it wasn't the best showing. I can't sit here and say I think he's the main blame. I think he played a huge part, especially defensively. I think he could have, gave us a little bit more. Well, a lot more.
A lot more, yeah.
He could have gave us a lot more, but I can't sit here and put the blame all on him.
So
the Thunder weren't healthy, 100% healthy. That plays a huge part of it.
Which means you should have stepped up more. That's shocking.
Yeah, that should have stepped up more.
That's what's frustrating to me.
He should have stepped up more, but at the end of the day, I think it was just a bad series in general.
This is you, man.
The health of Mitchell and Wiggins, I think, was huge. I think the result would honestly be completely different if they were fully loaded, but every team can make that excuse throughout. But with those guys out, I think bothers me even more that Chet doesn't take the onus to, okay, let me step up. Let me be more aggressive. Let me impose my will in any aspect of the game because my team, I don't care how deep we are with the McCains and Wiggins and Caruso's, I'm the second best player. I'm the all-star. I'm that is my job to do that, and he didn't do it.
Let me ask you guys this. They got a lot of decisions.
Just cannot take a shot for 3 quarters.
I agree.
3 quarters.
His second shot was with 10 minutes.
He tucked
his tail.
3 minutes into the game.
I think it's obvious he tucked his tail.
You're supposed to get 4 or 5 attempts on accident, just for offensive rebounding and being around the ball and being a ball hawk. But, you know, like Boogie just said, man, we're not going to pretend like he's not already an NBA champion and not like he's one of the best options on his team. Chandler might have made a great point as well. This Wemby thing, it might be something that's a mental block. Now, I don't want to make that case, but if you don't want us to have that conversation, show us something different. Other than that, what we saw against these guys in a 7-game series, he wasn't there. He just wasn't locked. He just wasn't locked in on a mission, and he didn't accept the challenge that Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs put on him.
It's like a sports psychology thing. Like, it would be fascinating.
Kendrick Williams played 4 minutes and took more shots than him.
That doesn't seem like good math in basketball.
How's it possible?
Here's the $1 million question. Team options on both Hartenstein and Dort. A lot of money is already invested in Chet and these guys. So do you think about trading him? Do you trade Chet Holmgren?
Here's the thing. You don't panic if you're the Oklahoma City Thunder. They are in the best position possible. And again, we're talking about dynasties. Like, these two could alternate for the next 4, 5, 6 years. Like, they are that good, and they are going to dominate the Western Conference no matter what they do. Even if they don't change anything right now, I swear I'll probably still pick the Thunder to win it all next year.
That is so silly.
I think they are that good. I don't think it's
the only word I can use right now.
I swear. And again, the Spurs are going to be there. Like, the Western Conference is loaded. The NBA has a lot of talent right now. Do you maybe look at a package now? First of all, they have to decide on Hartenstein and Dort.
Those are big.
Hartenstein and Dort, I think those would be the two guys out. But the way Chet's playing, are you really okay with letting Hartenstein walk with and big moments? Do you need him? The other Jalen Williams, big Jalen Williams, he was solid. I think he'll get more minutes next year. We talk about the depth of what they have. They're going to be in fine position. But when you keep hearing names like Giannis floating out there, do you say, okay, would I rather Giannis match up with Wemby the next 3 to 5 years than Chet or than Jalen Williams? And they just proved that they can still be the #1 seed without Jalen Williams the majority of the season. Do they package him with those 3 picks they have this year? Like, the good news is they have a bunch of options and they're set for the future. But and the good news is they don't have to panic because they are right there. They are 1 game away from going back to the finals and probably winning it all. So I don't panic, but I listen and I take some calls.
Well, you know what's crazy too, Boogie, is before, I mean, really all through the season and before this series, we were like, you know what? If OKC were to lose this series, I wonder if they start to make some, because, you know, you got to beat San Antonio moving forward. And now here we are. They lost the series, and now they got to make some decisions. What would you do?
I agree with Chandler as far as not panicking. And obviously with the question of trading Chet, if it's something that's just a clear-cut, better option, then obviously, you know, you're in a position to at least consider it. But once again, I have to put emphasis on this is a 23-year-old kid, right? He still has a lot of basketball left. He still has a lot of improvement to make. So to give up on a young talent like that early, I think that's a bit of a reach. But as far as Lu Dort, I do see him, you know, being on the move. You got to think of the young prospect behind him in Cason Wallace, who's obviously proven himself in this series. I think he's proven himself to be a starter for this team. So I think that's something they have to figure out. And obviously moving off that Lu Dort type money helps that situation. But speaking on Chet in general, I think it would be crazy. Yeah. Unless it's just something clear cut.
Can't refuse.
The dude was just third team All NBA.
Exactly.
Third.
And on top of that, like I said, he's 23, 24. I might be wrong on his age, but that's not something you just move on from one bad series.
Yeah, I agree.
What do you think, Lou? GM hat. What do you do with Chet?
Yeah, I'm with the guys. You don't give up on Chet, but obviously OKC has a ton of assets. They can make a lot of different moves to strengthen this group, but you got a lot of that right there in your building already. AJ Mitchell is going to come back. He's going to be better than ever. He's going to use this experience and his injury to light a fire up on him. Cason Wallace is another guy that proved his worth. I think they make a couple of adjustments. I think Lu Dort is going to be the adjustment. I hate to say it. I don't think it's going to be Chet. But again, you got a lot of different ways that you can go if you're OKC with different packages, only if it puts you in a position to make you a stronger team than you already are. So no, I don't panic. I don't look to start trading Chet or any of those things. But if I can finesse that and turn that into a Giannis or somebody of that stature, if you're OKC, you have to look at that if you want to get back to the big days.
Good news for OKC is Hartenstein and Dort are the only free agents. Bad news for OKC, Harrison Barnes is the only free agent on the Spurs. Whoa.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Like, that is tough.
It's pretty cool.
got-
Let's talk about, Tirico, when Oklahoma City went up 3-2, everyone was talking dynasty. Got real loud, is what I noticed. And Tirico said, slow down, pump the brakes on a Thunder dynasty. I love it because we're getting our 8th different NBA champion. That to me is probably the coolest part of all of this. But you got to pick a dynasty. Even if it's hypothetical, who gets one first, Spurs or Thunder?
Well,
Who's more likely?
the Thunder already have.
No, the dynasty. Like they'd have to come back and win.
Like, here's the thing. What if they
If the
alternate?
Spurs win it this year, I think the Thunder win it the next year.
Yeah, like what if they alternate for the next 4 years? Are they both dynasties?
I mean, that's never happened.
Like,
really.
I think the Spurs, hot take, I think Spurs beat the Knicks in the finals this year, so I think they'll be the next one to get one. But then again, like Boogie just said, I think these teams are so good where if Spurs can go back-to-back, Thunder can go back-to-back, they could alternate, and they both could dominate the NBA for the next 6
They're
years.
so young. They're
Making
so
people
young.
angry.
They got so many assets. These are literally two teams that could alternate.
What, y'all running for office?
I think they
What
both
is
can be
happening
Just the
right
facts
now?
of the situation. I think these are teams
Beadle.
with the best
What, Lou?
future and present right now.
Yeah, but you got to pick one.
Well, y'all gotta. Well, first of all, the Spurs gotta win one first.
They
Yeah,
will.
the Spurs better beat the Knicks before we start talking about them
Let's
being the
start
dynasty.
there. The Spurs got to
I'll give
win
that.
one first. So you still got to give OKC the nod as far as dynasties started because they've already put some skin in the game. Now, I know dynasties usually they run them off, but I think they're back in that conversation. But the Spurs got to get in the conversation first.
Yeah.
That's my only thing. We're not going to overlook the Knicks. I think you give them the edge over the Knicks, but they still got to go out and get one for them to be in this conversation. So Mike Tirico, he got to pump all the brakes on this
I'm not pumping brakes.
conversation.
You know why I'm not pumping brakes?
Shout out to the Knicks, man.
No, I'm not shouting at the Knicks.
How do we know they're not the
By the way,
dynasty?
the Knicks have been playing.
Stop it right
The
Man,
now.
Knicks
I'm
have been
switching
playing-
lanes. The
Stop it
Knicks,
right
the
now.
Knicks might start a
The
dynasty.
Knicks have been playing better than anybody.
Why do you
have.
guys want to fight with me every
The
single
Knicks
day
have
we
been.
come in
The
here?
Knicks have played incredible
We said the
basketball.
only problem with the West is that they're going to beat each other up, go to 7, while the Knicks just chill and sweep. That's exactly what
I
happened.
don't get it. I thought we were friends. I hate both of you. And
Shout out to the
partly
Knicks,
Lou.
man.
Oh, shout out to the Knicks. And
Knicks
just
tape on my
perfect
back.
timing because Shump's here, and so now everyone's going to be all like riding the Knicks bandwagon as we go into our next interview.
Knicks and 6.
After the break. That is not how you feel. Whoa, he looks fire, he is. Yeah, this is not.
Jump straight.
Open your eyes, Shump.
God, you guys are the worst.
Run it back, run it up, then run it back.
Iman Shumpert. We the hot topic. Major highlight. Trendsetters. Ain't nobody that done been better. Tell the learn for you get schooled. Number one, that been the move.
Oh, Shump is back. Good morning, sir. Just some good vibes in the studio today. We're going to jump right in with Wemby, the Western Conference MVP. Third season, did all that, 22 years old. There's going to be a lot of Wemby talk. People are going to get sick of it. But we always want to appoint the next face. Is he the next face? Is he the face already? Like, what are you thinking about Wemby?
He already the face.
That's it?
He face.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
What?
The face.
I'm just saying, like, who else? Clearly, the man ain't never had a sip of alcohol.
Why do
He
you
don't
say that?
smoke, smoking
Boring.
cigars. He's not hanging out. I ain't seen him eat no McDonald's, nothing. Like, he taking care of his body in Asia, making sure he dribbled the ball up. What are we talking about? Like,
Yes,
I
yeah.
just know that if anybody's going to take the challenge, I feel like whoever is the face of the NBA needs to take the challenge. That's first and foremost. He takes the challenge. He checks off the boxes. He's going to have to win his ring to solidify it. But even if he doesn't win the ring, the NBA is going to make money off this dude because nuns go see him play.
I mean, that's a great
Ain't no
point.
nun come see me play. They
Shump,
don't
I
come
said
see
I
me.
need the Spurs to win.
Shout out the Nuggets.
I just need to see him if he gets lit in the parade or not. And
Yeah, that's literally Chandler's hopes.
like,
and dreams.
like I want to take a sip of beer and throw up because it's like his first time.
beer. Y'all don't
He'll
know.
probably have some red wine, something that's good for his heart.
He's good at Popovich is going to bring the good stuff out.
Oh,
You know
100%.
this.
Okay, so obviously you just said he's the face of the league. Does that mean going into next season now, is he solidified himself now as the best player in the NBA? Like he's jumped Jokic and SGA?
I think that for what he means to his team and what he's going to mean to this league, yes. Do I think that there aren't going to be players that at times we're going to say, or they're going to be having a run that we'd be like, is he the best? Yes. To tell you the truth, yes. Because he's 7'5", he influences the games in places that stats just aren't going to matter. changing shots in a way we've never seen it done. The man had an off-the-floor dunk.
On a 7-footer.
On the run. On a 7-footer after a pass. Like, some of the stuff he does is just like, what are we going to say? I can't even say it was bad defense. Or, you know what I mean? So that's the line that we're dwindling with him, where it's really early on, I didn't want to, lean into the alien talk.
Sure.
I'm all forward. I'm all in.
He's not human.
We are fully there.
And I think he's the most impactful, obviously, is what he does on both sides of the ball. But I think, there's still Jokic, there's still SGA, there's still these other guys that are obviously right there.
In a bubble, you're saying those two are better, but in the game, he's having more of an impact.
100%.
Okay, I think that's actually a pretty good assessment, by the way. It is kind of crazy because obviously Thunder defending champs, and I do think a lot of us thought, well, yeah, we're about to go on a run here where OKC is just going to knock these championships out one after another. We're getting our 8th different champion this season, which I absolutely love. I asked these guys earlier, Thunder dynasty or Spurs dynasty? Which one comes first?
Spurs.
Ooh, that was a pretty quiet answer.
Wait a minute. You saying...
Yeah, in the future.
My bad. I ain't gonna lie to you. When you said that, I low-key was thinking of Tim Duncan to them, so I said Spurs.
Not coming through that door.
Yeah, I don't know why.
The Spurs don't even have one yet. We said.
I know. I feel like I'm jinxing
They better
it,
beat the Knicks before we start talking. We're talking about dynasties before the final starts.
And the Knicks played them tough.
They did. 2 out of 3 they've won.
Yeah. They're a little different now. They don't play the same as they once did when the Knicks played them.
Fair.
But they do have to deal with that. But I think that we will see the dynasty out of the Spurs first, granted with injuries, because the Spurs are in this position because they didn't have J-Dub, they didn't have A.J. Mitchell, so they lost ball handlers. So they got over the line because injuries is a part of the game. Mm-hmm. But granted, on the other side of it, if injuries don't affect the Spurs in a huge way, I think that it's obvious the Spurs will be the quicker to the dynasty word.
Hypotheticals are fun. Okay, sorry.
Shump, Chet had a horrible series. Game 7, he only took 2 shot attempts. In your mind, from your view, did it seem like Chet was a bit scared of Wemby?
Ooh.
I don't think it's a scared thing. I think it's he want to play the politically correct game, and we don't care. Like, there's this, we're just playing, we're out here to play. And Chet, if you just take this personal, you'll have a better showing. Just take it personal. I don't like him. He don't like me. I beat him back then. They done beat us this time. When I see him next year, it's on. Like, it's going to have to be personal because I think he's letting the game go because he's trying not to make it personal, because he's trying to fit in to it. But it's like, bro, all-star, champion, on the best team, and you are a 7-foot killer. Go at him. He's 7'5". If you needed any excuse to be selfish, you can tell your coach, my bad, I got a little selfish. I'm the only one that's 7 feet.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I feel like that's what Isaiah Hartenstein did. He said, you know what, I'm sorry. I'm the only big guy that's willing to do it. Give it to me. I'll shoot the floater. If y'all don't want to do it, I'll do it. I'll shoot it right over. And I think that Chet's mentality has to shift a little bit because Wemby welcomes the challenge and then kind of downgrades the ability to compare them. And Chet acts like he doesn't know if any of it is going on at all. Yeah. And I think that's what's killing him more than is he scared. It's just
Wemby has thrown kind of some zingers at him with the free throw misses and with the media stuff. Like he is addressing it at least. So like Shump saying, at least Chet can be like, you know what? Yeah, this is a rivalry. I don't like him. We're the best 2 teams in the NBA. Like I can't wait to see him again next year.
But I wish he would do that.
It's like he's avoiding this mental block he has with this dude.
If you heard him a lot of the scrum in the locker room afterwards, he doesn't mention Wemby by name. It's always like the personnel. It's like I want him to hate Wemby. Because I know you do. Like, I know you do.
And you do, so just tell us.
So just say it out loud.
That's why I said he has to embrace this matchup.
Yeah, if you didn't lie to us, tell us you
did. You don't like him now. If you liked him before and you was just like, I don't know why y'all doing this and I'm the champion, I get it. But now that he done sent y'all home, can I get some hatred?
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Okay, so Shump, this summer, obviously Hartenstein, Dort, they're the only free agents really. with OKC. They're in a fine place. You just said AJ was out, J-Dub was out. There's a lot of rumors and talk now, considering what Chet just did, they have to go through Wemby in the foreseeable future. Do they think about packaging him for a Giannis, or do they just stay put and they're right there back there next year?
No, I think you go right back. I think that if I'm OKC, I'm more challenging Chet. It'd be one thing if Chet went 2 for 20 every game, and we got to see like maybe he just doesn't have it, or this guy's blocking his shot every time, or nobody's really blocking his shot or keeping him from doing anything. It's just because he hasn't really unlocked the mindset that matched the Western Conference Finals this year.
Yeah,
I just feel like he didn't play up to the level. So that's not a reason to say I need a new guy. Like, no, that's just we need to get more out of him. We need to get more production. And I think that they got a good group. They all like each other. They like being together. I can't imagine a summer that they are not all together and really pushing the envelope with Chet. He's going to get challenged this summer by his locker room, as well as his coaching staff. So I think it'll be good for Chet.
Yeah, don't panic. All right, moving on now to the Knicks. Obviously, they're in the finals. They've been one of the more dominant teams in the postseason, 11 straight. Is this the best Knicks team since you've seen, since that team won the finals? And
Uh-oh.
Not the final 73?
How dare you?
Well, I didn't see the finals in '73, so
I don't either. I'm just reading.
You know what? I didn't either.
I'm just reading the question. I didn't even know they won in '73.
But I think the Knicks are there. There's people around the world right now that have this mind. We're so tickled to death to have seen what we wanted to see in that Western Conference Finals matchup. We wanted that war. We wanted Game 7. We wanted that. We're underestimating the matchup that's coming with the Knicks and the Spurs, because the Knicks also defend. When you defend, you give yourself more chances. When you give yourself more chances and you can lean on somebody that can score at the end of games, you always have a chance. The Knicks check those boxes off. They run everything through Cat. And then at the end of the game, they run everything through Jalen, who puts people on an island to where decisions become easy. I know people are just thinking there's a bunch of just delusional Knicks fans out there, but this is not a conceded victory for the Spurs. It's just not. It's not. I wouldn't say I would, bet the house on it or anything, but this is the closest the Knicks. If they don't get it this year, though, that's the problem for the Knicks. The Knicks, they had a margin of the window is right here. We knew it was here in the beginning of the year. We talked about this. The Knicks should get there this year. Completing the mission is always tough, but I think they're in the best position they could be in. The West beat each other up. They've been sitting at home, icing their legs, eating home-cooked meals, hanging with the kids. Yeah, they ready to play. They ready to play. They probably bouncing off the walls in that hotel in San Antonio, ready to go. So this is going to be a fun thing to watch.
You know what's funny is I feel like that Becky Hammon quote about Jalen Brunson, it feels like it's 1,000 years ago, but of course it popped back up this season with the Knicks advancing that you're not going to win a championship with a small dude as your best player. But Draymond Green doubled down on that. I'm curious what you think about that theory. And you were saying that you do or do not agree with the theory that the small dude can't be the best guy on the team to win.
Well, I've agreed with it because I think naturally, as we've been fans of basketball, we haven't seen it win. I mean, outside of an Isaiah Thomas championship, we're not really looking at the little guys being able to get it done, because at the end of games, when that's your best player or your best offensive option, them being able to score over a double team at their height just becomes difficult when they put a larger defender on you or they throw a trap at you. Now, granted, the reason that you're seeing the Knicks do it, and what Becky probably didn't, jot down on the side on the just in case, was the hypothetical that they would put the ball in the Cat's hands. Cat would make most of the decision, which leaves, the Mighty Mouse version of Jalen Brunson ready to score at the end, ready to go. So I think it solved a lot of things for Jalen to not have to deal with the double teams, not have to deal with as much pressure, and play through Cat to where now he kind of roams free. He's the second option without really being the second option, and it just all makes sense.
Steph would be the other one where he was the best player. But is he little?
Why are you so?
Well, I'm just saying because
like,
he's a small guard that's the best player, and they were a dynasty.
The reason I don't bring Steph into that one, Steph.
But he is 6'4".
He's
So
6'3",
like
even though Steph is small, he's 6'3", and he shoots from so far out that it kind of takes away from the double teams and the ability to throw a larger guard or a larger person on him because of the matchup problems it disturbs. A ball screen, 28 feet out that you have to get your big up to respect, that just creates mistakes everywhere. So Steph is just a rare case of what the hell, you know what I mean? Like,
he's an anomaly.
I think she's more like Nash, Iverson, those CP, those guys.
Yeah.
Right.
Different playing style as well.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Moves without the ball, that's a different case. I agree. Chet was outplayed last round by Wemby. Now Cat is up for the matchup. How do you think that matchup will go?
With the way they running things through Cat right now, it's going to be interesting because if Wemby takes that matchup, which I'm not sure what they'll do, they always seem to game one or game two, people like to do funky stuff to throw the other team off. So I can expect him to roam on to anybody. But if he does take the Cat matchup, Cat's gotten good at showing something or shooting the ball with no hesitation to then being able to do that quick show to the rip and drive. It's going to be interesting to see how early Cat can get into a cat and mouse with Wemby offensively, or if Wemby's length bothers him when he tries to throw that over the shoulder bowling little pass that he does to his guards as they run their split actions, they run their 21 action on the side. Anytime they do that pistol, whatever it is, and he does that, he's usually doing that with somebody his height or just an inch or two taller. Wemby's a rare case, and I think he can get a lot of those deflections and take away a lot of that. So it'll be interesting to see what they do as far as the offense if he's not effective with Wemby. But I do expect Wemby to have to he's going to have to deal with this matchup a little more than Cat. The Knicks play a team defense, and I think that Cat and Wemby will be isolated, and Wemby's going to have to figure that out because Cat's one of the best bigs to shoot the ball in our league. So if he is a step or two off the line, you still have to come up and respect that. That takes away from what the Spurs do because Wemby likes to roam. He's usually the rover.
Yeah, you almost don't put Wemby on Cat because then he's going to stretch him out and get him out of the paint. You almost start him on someone else and let him kind of do his thing.
I'm going to put
Josh Hart?
Yeah.
just a pest. A pest.
Start him on Josh Hart.
Yeah.
Josh Hart didn't take well to the test last series. He got to shooting that thing now.
Yeah. I mean, you got I guess, pick your poison. But again, I like what you're saying. Wemby's value is at the rim, altering blocking shots, coming weak side. You can't leave Cat.
No.
Yeah.
So
it's interesting.
I think they both have like an interesting dilemma, if you will. I put a bow on this finals talk real quick, Shump. Like, who do you got? How many games? Talk to me.
Ooh. So my eyes.
Just thought it'd be good.
My eyes say San Antonio in 6.
Okay.
But as the guys on your panel know, this is basketball, and your heart is a part of this.
Very much so.
Knicks in 7.
Wow.
I kind of like that. And I understand that completely.
It's either going to be Spurs in 6. If it go to the magical game 7, I cannot pick over the Knicks because of what their team is. The story just makes sense. Like, that's what it's supposed to be if they're going to do it. But I think if the matchup is going the other way, it'll be over in 6. But I think that this is the Knicks' chance. I think that we will see a lot of fire. This is my heart talking. There's going to be a lot of fire in the streets in the NYC, and it's going to be going crazy.
Get your heart checked, Shump.
Go to the doctor immediately. Before we let you go, Shump, the team the Knicks beat to get to the finals
so dumb.
Was the Cavs. All signs are pointing the Cavs running it back. I got to get your take on the Cavs.
Good luck, Taylor.
All signs are pointing them just to bringing it back and running back the same team. Is that a good idea or a bad idea for Cleveland?
Man. Because I have to consider the fact that they didn't get to play together a full year. They didn't get a training camp. They didn't get to get their plan together. James kind of came over there of service. You know, we got to dive in because it's like when the playoffs are on, all we can do is dissect the game that we just saw. But when we get a chance to chill, and now we're watching Wemby and the Knicks and Vassell go crazy. You know, now that we got our mind on other things, and I can look back at the smoke clearing and I look at what James Harden had to do coming there. With roles, I think one more year with roles before you panic. Just because they had to figure it out on the fly. And they did go to the Eastern Conference Championship. Like,
fair.
Yeah, they made progress.
It's fair.
You went to the championship. You know, you had some disappearing acts that happened.
Also fair.
You know, we had some some bad media quotes, but
that's also
analytically they're right there.
Analytically, they're the best.
Now, analytically, they won this year.
They swept.
You know,
analytically the champs.
Shump, this is going to be an epic battle.
Go get that hard check.
Yeah, thanks for being here again. We'll talk soon.
All right, I appreciate it.
Run it up, run it back.
FanDuel, giving you better payouts on same-game parlays all NBA playoffs long. From spreads to player points to threes and more, build it all into one same-game parlay. Go for more value. So if you're betting same-game parlays this NBA postseason, bet them on FanDuel. Head to FanDuel.com/same-game-parlay.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. You know I get $100,000 every time I nail one.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
You are so rich.
Thank you. Guys, predictions, Boogie. I'm going to go with you first this time.
I got Knicks game one.
Or just do a game one or series.
We'll steal. You know what? I kind of like that you did that. So let's do both.
I think they steal one, huh?
Oh, you think that?
I think Knicks get game one. I think Spurs win the series.
Okay, wait, and how many?
I'm going to go 6.
6, okay. Chandler?
I think Spurs win game one.
Okay.
And they win in 5.
In
I hope not.
5?
I hope it's a good series. I hope it's competitive. The Knicks are rolling, but the Spurs are they're good, man. Like it seems like they're destined.
You are hilarious. But 5 is awesome. We'll take 5.
You don't even agree with me on that?
I don't do predictions on my own team. Sorry. We're going to win.